So on this video, we're going to be going over pros and cons of Kamala Harris.
The official pros and cons list.
This is the official pros and cons.
The official, let me repeat myself.
This will help you evaluate whether you want to vote for her. Now, you might be wondering, why does the background look so junky? Why are we in rocking chairs?
Why are we old people now? We're grandpas.
It's because we're relaxed.
We're chill.
And this is just a relaxed discussion.
This is a chill video, guys. Don't take it so damn seriously. Jeez. Yeah, I see you guys commenting. Listen, stop taking it so seriously. We're all just a couple of bros here having some fun.
Yeah.
Let's be real for a second, okay? Can we be real? Is that okay? Is that okay?
Well, that's what I'm about to do.
If I was Bugs Bunny, I'd be chomping on a carrot right now.
Okay, we're going to go con, pro, con, pro, con, pro.
The pros being the thing that she's good at.
Yes.
For everybody who's at home going,
because here's the thing.
What's a pro?
Okay, listen. If you're a conservative or a liberal watching this,
or a retard,
or a retard, or if you're an undecided voter, it's good to understand that everyone has their bright sides and then their dark sides, okay?
Or some might call it their pros and cons.
Yes. So that's what we're going to go over today. First con for this video is she can't speak.
She can't speak.
She can't really speak to save her life. Again, this isn't really to offend anyone.
We're not judging her.
Everyone has their goods and their bads.
And you know, some bads for some people might be a good. Maybe people hear that she can't speak and they go,
neither can I. I can relate to that.
They're like, neither can I. And they
She slurs words together.
And she has a horrible sounding voice.
Yeah.
But maybe...
She never learned how to put words together, and her voice sounds very bad. Nasally, long, drawn-out words and phrases that don't really connect probably won't make anyone think that you're, like, sexy. So let's look at the first pro. She is extremely likely to get us into more war. And if you're a war lover, that's great.
Listen, I've been on X. I see the footage, and I go, not for me, but I see how that's a pro for some people.
Yes.
When you see the bombs dropping and you think, when you see when you see explosions, and you see this hell breaking loose in these other countries, that could be something that somebody else might think, not bad.
Yeah.
I think that's maybe not something I'd want to vote for exactly. But I understand why people look at that sort of man-made atrocities.
If you love war,
bloodshed.
If you like seeing debrained children on camera, you might really like to watch. I mean, you might like to watch it, but
if you're the kind of person who votes for Kamala Harris, you might like to watch it.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
This is more of a pro for people who are into that.
Yeah.
If you're into mindless killing and violence and
politicians profiting off of it,
money, human atrocities, which, again, not my thing, sorry. Haters gonna hate. I try not to black pill, but I'm kind of a hater when it comes to war, okay? There's a niche, the little niche. You guys know what a niche is? Or maybe a niche? I don't know how you say it. Some people say niche, some people say niche, one of those little ones. And I twist them in and I go, that niche fits just right. And I'll say this, war is not my niche, but it's a pro for some people, so it makes the list.
Okay.
Don't you forget it, you godless devils. It's a serious show, people. Quit it. Quit leaving comments as if we aren't taking us seriously. I've seen the comments, people don't take us seriously. What's that about? This is the next con.
The second con is economic destruction.
Well, hold on. That is a technical con, but
it's a con.
Okay, it's a con.
If you vote for Kamala Harris, there's a good chance that we will suffer economic destruction because it's already getting kind of bad.
Some may say it's already bad.
Yeah, some
say we've already completely failed. But that's not to say that Kamala Harris can't make it worse.
Yeah.
And maybe it's for the better, but on just instinct, guys. I don't even have anything to back this up. It's kind of an illogical thing, but I do think on just sheer instinct, that's probably a con. Though I can't really prove that economic destruction is a bad thing and that your money being worthless and not being able to eat or really live, not being able to live, that may not be a big deal. We haven't really seen it yet exactly what happens when people lose their livelihood. But maybe if we had something that...
Yeah, I don't think that's ever happened.
Listen, guys, if you guys have an example or a reference, which I doubt, of what happens when you have like a complete economic crash, feel free to drop it in the description, guys. But...
Oh, I don't think people can drop stuff in the description.
And I'm not trying to be contrarian or anything, fellas, but that might not... You know what? I'm starting to lean a little bit towards Kamala here, that maybe what we need is a little socialism and a little burning of the Benjamins, if you know what I mean.
The second pro would be that she's an alcoholic. And if you're a wine mom or someone who likes to be an alcoholic in public, you might be able to relate to Kamala Harris because there's a good chance that she's drunk most of the time.
There's a good chance that she has brain damage and she's an addict. Maybe not even just to alcohol. You know, she might be a straight up party monster, you know?
See, she can't be a wine mom because she's not a mother.
If she's even a woman.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a strong woman, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she's, someone that you would look at and go, that's a girl.
Yeah.
She was never a child, is what I'm saying. She was born from the Earth's core as a slug.
We'll get onto that later, but...
In a good way.
She likes to drink alcohol, clearly. Now, that in itself is obviously a good thing.
Because I think it says strong leader like alcohol breath.
All right, the next con is that she's failed every job that she's been given.
Oh, name one.
Well, her job as the border czar.
And the AI czar.
And the AI czar.
Well, here, I'd actually argue she did a good job doing a bad job.
That's a good point.
Because not everybody can do something wrong. You say, hey, we got millions of illegals coming in. Maybe we should close up this border. Mm-hmm. Most people would go, okay, let's close it up. It takes a certain kind of special, and I do mean special, to leave it open. I think she's the embodiment of a special person, if not special needs, because she's definitely like a retard. And I'm sure if she ran for more than 10 steps, she would not fall flat on her face because of lack of any physical coordination.
Yeah.
I bet her swing's even worse than Biden's. And I've seen his swing.
We've all seen his
Does she have any does she have any skills at all? Does she have anything? No, I'm getting real. Does she have a single skill? What's like one thing she's good at? Even if it's not related to being president. Let's say unrelated to like any political stuff, because everybody's gonna be like, well, I think this is great. And that's up to whatever idiots to argue about. Is she actually like objectively good at one skill? Because Trump, like, no matter what, he was objectively a good businessman. People argue that, but it's pretty obvious he was a good businessman. Kamala Harris, what's one thing that she's actually good at that isn't like morbid and evil?
And I've seen a lot of her fans chat away about her. Most of them say that she's a relatable wine aunt who can kind of dance.
Okay, well, she's so relatable because, everybody's...
And that she is a woman who has colored skin.
Only terrible people seem to like her. I don't think I've seen somebody who was like a good person who was like, I like Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're evil if you're voting for her because you may not be informed. But anybody who says oh, I love Kamala. She's so great because she's like a dancing wino.
And that's exactly what we should have as president.
We need a dancing wino clown as president. One more pro.
The final pro is her laugh. She
her
has
beautiful laugh. I love her laugh. We did it, Joe. Joe. We're gonna be the next president, Joe. She's totally a banshee, and I love her for that.
When she starts rocking back and forth.
When she's like, and she's going like, Miss Vice President, 10,000 more dead children were found. Okay. And I think it's a beautiful laugh, actually. I think it's the laugh of an angel.
Some people might think it's like a bad thing.
Some people may think she laughs in bad
to laugh
cake.
like a psychopath in situations that aren't necessarily funny and might be more serious.
Like when she goes, we need to be more woke.
It's
and then she starts laughing. Listen, I wasn't going to be the first one to say it, but you're a married man and you're saying it, so I think it's okay for me, an unmarried single male, to say
Kamala Harris really makes me wish I wasn't married a little bit.
She makes me wish that I was to her. So every morning I can make out with her while she's laughing. She can laugh in my mouth. All right, I don't think we should use that.
I'm going to keep that.
The pros and cons of the great Kamala Harris, guys. You heard it here first. This is the official list taken from the PBS Kids website. Listen, guys, this is the last thing I'm going to say on this, guys. If you want the world to ascend to the next level, where there are no humans and all there's left is the dust of what was humans, which I consider the next level. And if you want it to be at the hands of Kamala, you know, as in like if you want to open the gates to hell.
Also, let's last little tidbit, because there's a lot of people worried about AI taking over. Just ask yourself, who is supposed to keep watch on that?
Technically Kamala, but who's to say she's doing a bad job? Just by doing no job doesn't mean that she's doing a bad job. I mean, nothing says boss like somebody who's not in charge. I remember being 3 years old and my mom looked at me and she said, you know what you'd be good at? Being a retard.